standard, so I made the team, and so I'm not displacing anybody else. I had to go, even though I knew that it wasn't going to go well, because I had no idea. You know, there's a lot of people that there's great runners who never even make an Olympic team. So I guess 12 years later, sitting here thinking that I could hopefully make the 4th team, that's a pretty big blessing. And so I feel really good with where I'm at. And looking back to 2004, it seems like so many things have happened since then. But I'm just blessed and happy to still be going strong and feel good and feel like I have as good a shot as anybody to make that team.
And at the time, you ran because with a broken foot, because you're thinking, who knows, I may never make another Olympic team. This may be the only time.
Absolutely, that was my 3rd stress fracture in less than 2 years, I guess, at that point. And so I didn't know if that was going to be, what's going on here at that point. And so little did I know I'd come back, after 13 more stress fractures and 3 surgeries and all that stuff. So I can always bounce back, I guess, and it's not something that I knew at the time. At the time, it just seems like this is going to be the end of the road, and I've just been very fortunate to be able to, because a lot of it's luck, but a lot of it, it's just get back on your feet again.
Dathan, in the last both trials, Ryan has sort of controlled the races. He sort of drove it right from the gun in 2012 when the weather was very nice. And you said in 07 couldn't find a leader until he actually saw a picture of Canucci on the Jumbotron. I think they turned those damn things off. Yeah. He saw that, knows how great closer he was, and then he just kicked it into gear and ran at 61.45. So the trials essentially has lost not just the personality, but they've lost the driver. And you're saying with this weather making everyone even more hesitant, does that play to your strength, your experience? The fact if it's a 67 first half, would that bother you? Would you like that? I mean, fast.
Well, I mean, if they put Ryan in the lead car, maybe he'll still be the driver of the race. I don't know, but he did. I remembered vividly both those races. I mean, I remember looking at the screen the same time, coming through and seeing Canucci coming up, and Ryan took off, and he was unbeatable that day. But I remember in 2012 too. I mean, right from the start, you knew exactly what was happening. I mean, the first 100 meters, Ryan was in the front, and we were on 2:06 pace. Yeah. And so, I guess I'd say of the 9 marathons that I've run, probably 6 of them I've gone out in 62, 50 something to 63, 50 something. I don't care if it's fast. I've been there and I've hit the wall before doing it, and I've closed well finishing doing it too. So I'm not afraid of going out hard. And so even in Beijing, we were out to crazy fast. I was thinking 63 something through halfway, and I had a lot of problems in the later half of the race, but I had less problems than some people. So that's part of what the marathon is. You don't get everything right, but you minimize. If you're the one that has the least amount of problems, sometimes you're the winner. And so I just, you gotta minimize mistakes.
Well, that's where experience comes into play.
Yeah, and I think that does play a big time. I mean, other than Meb, a couple other guys have ran more, but I've been in the big city marathons, I've been in the Olympic marathons, the trials, and I guess each one of them you learn something and you have to take something from it. And I think if it's fast, I have to be able to trust who's pushing the pace and my own fitness and who's going with it. But those are just decisions that you make based on having done it before. And so it gives me a lot more confidence, because if you haven't done it before, you don't know what to expect on the other side of 20 miles when you've gone out that fast either.